What's up, guys? Today's video is a little bit different. You know, I get a lot of requests about my setup. So this video isn't a flex. It's more so because I get a lot of questions asking about my setup and how much money I spend on my setup and what's this and what's that. So I decided to finally really go ahead and make a complete video showing every part of my setup, and then at the end we'll see how much it cost. But you know, I just want to make it clear that this is not something that I just went out and purchased overnight. This has been years in the making, and I finally have a setup that I'm comfortable showing and really displaying. You guys will see it in my stream and my videos. You'll see how proud I am of my setup. It's just something that I'm just really happy that I've been able to be blessed with. Yeah, let's just get right into the video, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna get into is actually my monitors. So I have 3 monitors. My first monitor is actually my gaming monitor. It's an Alienware 240 Hertz. I think it's an IPS panel, not entirely sure, but it's an Alienware. It's a 240 Hertz. I've never had a problem with it, and it's amazing. The next thing that I have is an Asus 144 Hertz monitor as my second monitor. I use this monitor for Discord and Spotify. And then my third monitor is 165 Hertz MSI Optics G27C4. That's what it says right here. It still have the sticker. But this monitor is, I mean, it does what it has to, I guess. It's a solid monitor. It's curved, so it's a little bit weird in my setup, but it looks completely fine. I mean, it does what it has to do. 165 Hertz, could be used for gaming, but I use it as my OBS monitor. So, I mean, that's my monitor setup. 3 monitors. I used to have a 4th monitor, which was my other 144 Hertz Asus, but it just didn't work right in the setup the way that I wanted it to shift from my old setup to my new setup. So I just got rid of one PC, and then I'm on a single PC, and we'll get into that a little bit later. The next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and get into is my lighting. For my lighting, I have 2 Elgato key lights. I have this one and I have this one. These are pretty dope. They get the job done. Some lights get too bright and they like really make your eyes start to hurt. So I mean, these are incredible because you can adjust the brightness and they're perfect the way they are right now. So that's that lighting. Then I have some other like ambient lighting. I have this strip, Philips Hue strip light up here that I change the color every now and then. I just have it high enough to where it's not in the stream, so you get a little bit of ambient lighting from it, if that makes sense. So that's there. You guys can see like the reflection off of this. This is blue. And then my last piece of lighting, actually no, I also have some Philips Hue light bars, which are back here. That's what's making this blue. So you guys will see. And bloop, 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 bloop. So I have some of those back there. Just some ambient lighting. I'll change the color every now and then. And the last thing that I actually just got recently was this Lifx Beam. This is actually pretty dope. The Lifx Beam, it's kind of expensive for what it is. It's just a light. It's like a beam of light. I haven't really unlocked its full capabilities, so I don't know how to use it, but I can set the color the way I want it. And I think it adds a different dimension to the stream. I don't know, something about having lights coming from everywhere. It's pretty dope. Next thing I want to talk about is my peripherals. So I have a Logitech G513 keyboard, I think, and then like a G903. I'm not a keyboard and mouse guy, so I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it's a G903 and a 513 keyboard. And then I have this Razer mouse pad, big one, big RGB one. I think it's pretty dope. It looks cool in my setup, so that's why I have it. Obviously, I play on an Xbox controller, so I play on the Xbox Elite Series 2. Mine's a little dirty right now. It gets the job done, man. It has the 4 paddles. It feels way better than any SCUF controller that I've ever had. Maybe I just got unlucky with SCUF. I'd love to give them a try eventually, but so far, my Elite Series 2s, they get the job done. I have a Stream Deck Mini for music. This is just to play and pause pretty much. I don't use it for anything fancy. It's just play pause. I have Astro A40s and the new mix amp. The mix amp's right here. Honestly, the Astro A40s is a great headset. The mix amp makes it even better. No complaints from me. Honestly, there's no complaints from me. This is a great headset. It's the new model, I think. Works perfect for me. No issues whatsoever. And so that's all of my peripherals. That's everything that I use. Next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is my mic. This microphone that I have is a HyperX Quadcast, not the new one, the first one that came out. So I think this mic is pretty good. It's one of the best USB mics that you can have. It was the best one that you could get at the time that I got it, which was only about a year ago. Not even a year ago, actually. It's been months. Great microphone. The only complaint that I have here is that it's red. I wish that I could change the color of it or just make it something different. Make it like RGB spinny or something. You know, I don't know, something cool. And then moving on over here, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the PC. This is my favorite part. This is by far my favorite part of this entire setup. This is what brings everything together. You got some lighting in here. I know I talked about the lights already, but you got some, I changed these. This is the one that I like the most right now. I went through my phase of liking RGB like Rainbow Vomit, and then I didn't fuck with it, so I made everything white, and then that looks cool still to me, but this looks kind of dope. The PC just looks like it's its own little living creature when you got the light spinning and rotating. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about my PC for a little bit. Inside I have a Ryzen 9 3900X. I have a 2080 Ti. I have 32 gigs of RAM, rated at 3600 megahertz, CAS 16 latency, so it's pretty good RAM. It's overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz. I didn't even try going higher. I didn't feel like I needed to for what I do. It's on an X570 Asus TUF motherboard. Just recently I added the liquid cooler that you see here. That's what these tubes are. It's just an AIO all-in-one liquid cooler from NZXT. It's X63. So in total this PC probably comes out to about 2500 at the time of building, 25 to maybe a little bit more. But overall it does everything I need it to do. PC building is one of the things I'm most passionate about. I really enjoy it, so I'm really happy with this build. I think it looks incredible, and I have a 3080 coming soon, so I'll update you guys whenever I get that installed. But for now, we just have the 2080 Ti. Then moving back here, we actually have another monitor. It's not plugged into anything. I just didn't know where to put it, so I just threw it back here. Literally just sitting here. I like that it catches a little bit of light, it reflects a little bit of light, so it just has another dimension, I guess. Just the light keeps the light flowing. If this wasn't here, I would have probably just some boxes right here of like products that I've had, or products that were in my PC, just cool little things. I might actually take this off and put some shoes, some sneakers, because I have a sneaker collection if you guys didn't know. And then moving on that way, we actually have a bunch of panels. They're foam panels that are supposed to be like acoustic panels, but if I'm being completely honest, they're just there for looks. I think they look cool. I don't really think you get any benefit from that. They're literally thin foam, and my house is on a corner, so who knows. It could be worse. But yeah, that's most of the things in my setup that you guys see around me are there for a specific reason, except the monitor. The monitor just didn't have a place to go. Everything else, I feel like it fits perfectly. I'm really happy with how it looks. Really curious to see what other people think of my setup. If we go and we just get a rough estimate of how much I paid, not how much it's worth or how much it goes for retail, how much I paid for each individual thing in my setup, you get a total of $64.47. And that does not include anything else that I use for content creation, like my G7X Mark II. It doesn't include anything like my other lighting that I have for videos and stuff like that. With adding those things, it would probably get a lot closer to $8,000. But right now, in total, what you see comes out to $6,447. So like I said, this is not something that I just went out and purchased overnight. It's not something that just, you know, was thrown into my lap. This is stuff that I worked hard for. It's stuff that I'm genuinely grateful to have. I know not everyone can have what I have, and trust me, I really appreciate everything that I have and all the support that I've gotten, despite everything, man. So let me know if you guys think that I paid too much or if I didn't pay enough. I got some great deals on these monitors, because if I would have had to pay retail for some of these things that I have here, I probably wouldn't have them. So also, just my recommendations if you're trying to build a setup yourself is definitely look in the aftermarket, look on the marketplace, look on Craigslist, see what you can see. Sometimes you'll find, see what you can find on the internet. You'll find a lot of good deals. That's what I did for some of these things, and other things it's not too smart to buy aftermarket, but I might make some videos regarding used parts and stuff like that as well. Just let me know what you guys want to see and I'll make it happen, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and we'll see you in the next one. Yeah.